Hi, in today's video we're going to talk about the future of this organization. It's quite important, so if you follow this channel, please stay on. I want to talk to you. But before we do that, I want to give you an update on two of the most beloved dogs that we have currently at the rescue center at the White House. The first one is Claus and then is Lilly. They are both doing okay, but they are both ill. Yesterday I got a video from Maribel telling me that Klaus was bleeding. As you know, he has a tumor. We were able to take some part of it, but the tumor remains in his face, the skull, and keeps on growing. So yesterday I got a video from Maribel telling me that he was bleeding. I immediately spoke to his doctor, to Isidore, and I called Jorge, our friend, our surgeon. I told him to come over and see what's going on with him. So 9:30 in the evening, and he arrived. We got together. We went to the White House. We looked at him. Apparently 2 stitches have come out, and then the other side is also opening. You see, the problem is that when we took the tumor, the stitches are going, we've had to put the stitches on top of tumor area. You see? So the scarring and the healing of that area is not normal because it's oncological area. So Jorge is thinking about what to do right now, and we're gonna have to take a decision between today and tomorrow. I think tomorrow we're gonna take him to the clinic to see what we do. The other dog is Lily. Is this old Podenco that we rescued a few months ago? Old, senile, lovely dog, really, really lovely. She had heart problems. She had a heart murmur, as well as an arrhythmia. Now the heart issue seems to be stable, is balanced, but she had another problem, and it was a problem with her liver. As months are passing, there seem to be some nodules, some like little things on her liver, and it's not working properly. So she's feeling depressed. She's very inactive, and she's on treatment for that. And we're gonna see what we do. Now, the subject of this video. Let's talk about the future of this organization. I want to have like an open discussion, and I want to tell you what's in my head. So I have a few notes here, but I'm going to be speaking mostly from my mind. Now, I believe the future of this organization, we can talk about 3 types of future: short term, medium term, and long term. In the short term, I believe our future is very linked to the evolution of the pandemic, to the evolution of COVID. Why so linked, will you say? Well, this is animal rescue. Why does it have to be linked to a human virus? Well, the thing is that COVID has affected everything. Not only we are practically locked at home. I think today or tomorrow we're going to go into another lockdown. That clearly affects our ability to move. It affects our ability to deliver animals to their homes. We have animals waiting to go everywhere in Europe and the US, as well as other provinces here in Spain, and that is becoming a serious issue. We have, I think, 6 or 7 dogs waiting to fly, and that actually puts an extra overload on the rescue centers, on the homes that are already full. Another way COVID has affected our work is the impact on our donor base. Now, it was normal. We knew it was going to happen. At first, it was a big scare, then it recovered. Then, as COVID progresses and as time passes, we are seeing the effects of COVID on the economy, and we're also seeing a direct correlation in the number of donors that we have. So we're seeing people that they write to me and they say, "Look, I've got COVID." The other day, one of our friends wrote to me and said she has COVID. She has had COVID twice. There are people that are being laid off. There are people that are reassessing their future and their priorities, and we are losing donors. And I believe this trend is common to every other organization in the world, not only in animal rescue, but everywhere. So to counteract this, I'm here basically asking you, if you've been here for a while, for a long time, and if you've been supporting our cause, please have faith. Stay a bit longer. The vaccine is coming. there are things that are going to improve in coming months. They have to, otherwise it's basically the end of the world, not only as we know it, but the end of the world. So to those friends of ours that have been with us for a long time, I want to ask you to please stay. We need you now more than ever. Then we have the issue of the hospital. I announced a few days ago that we have taken the decision to start our own hospital. This is as an answer, as a reaction to the consolidation of the veterinary sector here in Spain in the hands of a couple of investment companies. One especially, there's a Swedish investor that has been buying hospitals left, right, and center, and this has clearly affected the service and affected our relation with our own hospital. So after many years of collaboration with Valencia Sur, we decided to reduce our exposure to them and to start our own hospital. I presented the project very briefly as a teaser here to our friends, and everyone loved it. I presented to my patrons and they all loved it. And I'm very happy about the reaction. I believe it's a natural evolution of what we do. We've always been focused on extremely difficult medical cases. We've been working with some of the best hospitals, and this is a logical evolution. I believe it's time to have our own medical facility, our own hospital, our own medical team, so that we don't have to be last in the queue, in the line, that we don't have to deal with internal politics of an investor company that will indirectly or directly affect our work. So immediate future, actually, we are already working on this. We're going to start our own hospital. As I said, last few days, I've had a few meetings. The property that you saw has already been secured. We're not purchasing this property. We can't purchase this property because we just don't have such funds. For the moment, it's going to be a rental. I've also been looking at acquiring, and this is a big issue that we're going to have to deal with. I'm going to have to buy all the equipment, and this stuff is not cheap. We're going to need a CT scan. We're going to need an operation room. We're going to need the X-ray machines. We're going to need endoscopies. We're going to need all kinds of equipment. Actually, here, as we talk, as I talk, you can see scrolling down a list of the equipment that we're going to have to buy. Now, this is a major investment, and in coming days, I will tell you the way that you guys can help if you would like to be involved. I'm going to try to figure out a way so that as many people as possible can join into this beautiful, beautiful project. I promise you, it's going to be amazing, and you're going to be so proud you did it. I'm also talking to vets. We need to assemble a veterinary team. Obviously, some of our old friends will be helping us. We're going to have the help of surgeons that you've seen on this page often, and we're going to be able to continue to provide the highest quality vets, quality treatment to our animals. That's for sure. But still, we need to assemble a team. We need to have 2 permanent vets, permanent vet techs, and then build the liaisons and the relationships with vets that have been working with us in the past, and that will be able to come and help us on a specific basis. That's going to be very important. As I said, next week I should be able to tell you more, and we'll be launching the hospital project, and we'll be giving you a way to contribute and helping this dream become a reality. Another thing that we're going to have to fix is the situation of our app. Last year we worked really hard on developing a phone app. I think it was beautiful, but we've had some problems with the way it works. Our developing team didn't do the work as expected, and also, to be honest, I'm in charge of running that project, and I've been all over the place. So I'm going to be putting a special focus on the app in coming weeks as well, because it's a tool that at the moment is underutilized, and we all have telephones in our hands. It doesn't make any sense that we don't put special emphasis on our own app, and even more when this app has already been developed. So we have it ready. It's just that I have to start working on it. I mean, this thing has been my fault. I can't blame it on anyone else. So Medium term, the future of our organization will pass through the consolidation of all these efforts. I see in the coming year, 2 years, 3 years, the hospital becoming the base of everything that we do. I mean, at the moment, our individual rescues, our travel, that is super important in the life at the rescue centers, the White House and the Pink House. But I believe the hospital will be taking more and more importance and will become the daily, become like the center of everything, with like the central piece of all the story arcs that will develop around it. So that's going to be really, really important. We're going to be having some improvements in the White House and the Pink House, and continue building upon these rescue centers. I mean, I'm not dismissing the idea of changing locations and maybe moving from one of those two properties, but we'll see. I mean, we're having at the moment some work to do, the pipes, and I mean, there are some structural problems on one of the houses, so we might have to move out of there in coming months or even next year, but we'll see. I mean, who knows? Maybe there will be a complete move and we'll have like another big property or big place where we have all our dogs together instead of just on one, just on two. Anyway, we'll see. As I say, I'm just trying to put some ideas together. And then in the long term, and this is the scary part. This is the scary part. I need to start thinking about what's going to happen to Let's Adopt in, let's say, 10 years. See, there is a Chinese saying that says that when somebody reaches 50, between 50 and 60, it has to be focusing on building a successor, on grooming a successor, preparing for succession. And this is a scary thought, because although I feel young in the head, I'm probably 20, 25 still. The fact is I'm 50, and I see, changes happening. I've got 2 kids, they're 5 years old now, and I think that soon the new generations will start coming at our door, knocking on the door. And do I see myself here in 10 years? Probably mentally I will still be able to do it, probably physically not so much, or I will start getting tired. I don't know. I mean, I need to start thinking about what's going to happen to Let's Adopt in, let's say, 10, 15 years' time. The fact is that I don't think you will want to see me here in 10 years. I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen. Our current team, I don't know if any of them will be able to take over. My brother is great. He's a wonderful guy and so trustworthy. But we have a problem, is that none of our current team members speak English. So that will really limit the way this organization can talk to the world, the way we can continue growing our fan base and our donor base, subscriber base. So really need to think about how to do this. Linda and I are getting older, and I don't know what's going to happen. I would really like Let's Adopt to continue after I'm stepping down, and this is something that we need to talk. Anyway, just some thoughts into the air. Today I have a couple of meetings out to do with the hospital, so I thought that spending some time with you, putting this idea out in the open, letting you know what's inside here. It's scary when changes arrive and new projects arrive. It forces you to reflect and to see where you are and to see where you're going. And this is my mood here today. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for spending this time with us. Sorry to take so much of your time with this monologue, but I feel that it is important that we continue building and strengthening this connection between ourselves, and that you know where we are. Okay, you guys are a stakeholder in everything we do, and without you, we just couldn't be here. So, thanks a lot for being here. If you're a donor If you're a sponsor, just please don't leave. We need you now more than ever. The world is in really going through hell, and without you, we just couldn't be here. So, more news about Klaus tomorrow, more news about Lily tomorrow, and next week we'll be telling you more about the hospital. Lots of love, and thank you. Thank you.